Welcome to Akihabeera, where the Japanese beer industry cabbage farted in our elevator. I'm Eric.
I'm Casey. Today we are trying the Tsumagoi Kougen Brewery's Märzen.
That's right. I guess I should correct you there, because as James taught us, it is actually supposed to be pronounced Märzen.
That's not going to happen. There's an A right there with an umlaut.
Right, that's the E.
We're not taught how to do that.
I just told you! So I went to Tsumagoi Mura, I think it's a Mura, up in Gunma Prefecture. They have there's a little campground out there that's sponsored by Muji, the clothing company.
Oh, no way.
And it just happens to be near where this brewery is. So I didn't go to the brewery itself because I think you need a car, and I don't have one of those. But at like an onsen nearby the campground, they were selling these. I'd had the Irish Stout before, so I was hoping to get something other than that. And luckily, this onsen was only selling this Märzen. We mentioned the label on the can last time.
Yeah.
The label's like kind of cartoony and funky.
Oh, that's right. We didn't have an answer for it last time. It was just this crazy, wild label that was really cool.
I'm sure it's out of focus. Yeah. I still don't have much of an answer for that, having been to the location. However, there is a lot of like cabbages and stuff on the label. Like the neck sticker is cabbages, and there's like cabbages around the thing. So apparently the area is famous for its cabbage.
It's also famous for like love and volcanoes.
And bears.
Volcano bears. Volcano bears. I thought that was a hairy pig. But I guess that is a bear. It's just...
When James was on, James from Rampant Lion Reviews, he was explaining a bit about what a Märzen was. I looked it up on that same site that taught me how to pronounce it. The deal is, it is the historical precursor to the Oktoberfest beer.
That's right. Okay,
It used to be what they drank.
Because Märzen is actually March beer.
Right. So right? I thought it meant that it was released in March.
They brew it in March. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Yes!
You are correct. So I guess during this, as you can imagine, during the summer months, it's harder to get beer right because it's fucking hot.
It's hot. It's steamy.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of bacteria and shit.
You make Germany sound like some tropical...
I'm talking about the earth. Like, it's shitty.
So like the brewers would work really, really hard during the month of March to get this beer ready to go so that it would be brewed and they wouldn't have to worry about doing stuff during the summer.
And then they just like store it in a cool place in barrels and whatnot.
I reckon that's what it is. There's a little bit of cloudiness. There's definitely some, like, it is unfiltered. I had it in my refrigerator for a couple of months, resting on its side, and there was definitely some cloudy junk when I pulled it out earlier.
You can see this stuff.
It's not so significant.
Floating around in it.
It's mixed up pretty well.
It's not bad, yeah.
It doesn't have much of a smell. It's almost like a stale bread kind of smell.
Yeah, I'd say that's bad.
That's not a negative thing. I'm just trying to express. Okay, let's do this. This is the Tsumagoi Kougen Märzen.
Märzen.
Come by. It does have like the first thing is like it's got that sort of bitter lager aftertaste.
Yeah.
The initial hit is sort of like sweet and bready. Could try and get a little bit more detail than that. You have to give me a minute though.
It's weird. I kind of had the opposite, where the first taste to me was much more lagery.
Okay.
And then after that, it opened up into a much fuller flavor. I don't think it does the same thing for me that Irish Stout did, but that's also like because A, it's me, and B, I have expectations with this one where I didn't with the Irish Stout.
Right, that's the problem.
And like, yeah.
That's the problem, yeah. We like the Irish Stout is a fucking superstar. Like that's still one of my top 3 Japanese beers, I think. I think part of my problem evaluating this beer too is that like I'm not super well versed in German beers.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I don't have respect for them, because I do think they're all good beers.
I'm not a racist. It's just that I...
Anytime you have to say that, I guess. Yeah. No, it's like they're very limited as to what they can do.
Right.
And so I don't really like them. Like, I don't have a preference towards German beers usually.
I understand that,
because they're so confined to what they are. But at that same time, I do really admire what a lot of them do with their limited options.
Right.
If that makes sense.
I would say... what I would say is, during our research on this beer, going back to Tsumagoi Kougen, we realized they have a gift set available online for like $23.
Not bad.
I am going to buy that and try their other beers. And you may or may not hear about them depending on how quickly I drink them. This, I think, is another success for Tsumagoi Kougen.
Yeah.
It's not my alley the way the Irish Stout was, but it's still a really good beer. I need to know more about the Märzen style before I can say anything else, I guess.
What that guy said.
All right.
As always, thank you for watching. I forgot where to go from there.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. You can check out our last video upstairs. You can also subscribe if, you'd like to, if you want to make us happy.
Check downstairs for our Twitter account and also the name of the wonderful, very kind person who essentially donated this music to humanity. Thank you, kind person.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
As always.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.